just been Christmas shopping and I wanted to film a little bit, even though it's not. Whoa! It's one way, mate. One way. Even though I wanted to film, I got so fucking fed up with walking around bumping, or people bumping into me, rather. Get this right. And so I just stopped filming. That's why you now see a picture of me eating. Well, not eating, but what I'm eating. Fillet chicken burger and chips. Yum yum. From my favourite place back in the day called The Junction in Harrow. Lovely little pub. It's like a student-y pub, but they play really good music. So, like indie, sort of Oasis style music, which is up my street. Apart from Christmas shopping, the main reason I came to town, I really had visions of me sitting here telling you how amazing I felt Rouge One was, and I'm disappointed that I can't. I really enjoyed it. This is going to be no spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet. I did really enjoy it. It's in the same Star Wars universe as Star Wars, clearly, but it's not a Star Wars film. Now, they've made that very clear to us, so I wasn't expecting anything but. How I felt, though, regardless, I was going to see a Star Wars movie, and there were certain things that didn't happen in the Star Wars film that I kind of had an idea it wouldn't happen. Yet, let me go then. Idiot. I'm getting really like edgy at the moment. That's what Christmas shopping does to you, or what Christmas shopping does to a man. Went to the hospital today as well, if you can see that. See that? I had to take blood from my wrist because my my arms have dried up because they've taken too much fucking blood in the last couple of months, of bastards. So yeah, that was uncomfortable. That made me feel uncomfortable. It wasn't pleasant, and that's something else done which wasn't pleasant. But we won't go into that. Not up the ass or anything like that. That's fine. I don't want to talk about that. But this really wasn't comfortable. So anyway, I digress. Star Wars Rouge One, or Rouge One, a Star Wars story, which it's called. I enjoyed it. It made me want to rush out and watch A New Hope again, which is always a good thing. I did enjoy it. I think I need another couple of viewings to actually say that I really like it, which I'm sure will come. It was like with The Force Awakens. I walked out of the cinema thinking to myself, that was fucking brilliant. Watched it the second time shortly after. That was fucking brilliant. Loved it. And now I watch it. I watched it the other day actually. Now I watch it and I like it. I like it a lot, but I don't love it. With Rouge One, I like it, but I don't love it yet. Which over time sort of says to me that will grow on me, and I'll see a few more Easter eggs, which was quite abundant. You know, there was quite a few nodbacks. Nodbacks? Is that what it's called? Nods too, you know, like that. There you go. We'll stick that character in there, you'll know him. Yeah, it's hard to sort of do a little recap without giving away anything. It was good. It was good, and it felt not like a Star Wars film, but in the Star Wars universe, which was good, because I think they need to freshen it up so that it can have a future, so they can make loads more money out of it, which is obviously the point of that. But hey, if they're making money, then it means that they're going to be producing more Star Wars stuff. If they're producing more Star Wars stuff, it makes Gashead very, very happy. There is a community question going around which started by Alan Mamemister. Positives and negatives of being a YouTuber. I think I'd really try to think sort of out of the box here, because everything that's been mentioned, you know, you get to meet like-minded people and lots of friends, and the negatives of the trolls and everything like that. I feel that, you know, it had already been said. So it is about sort of like meeting people, and you know, I've made some fantastic friends out of YouTube. So that's a massive positive. I've had one or two twats, you know, leave stupid comments and everything, but does it bother me? I don't know. It kind of does. It kind of bugs me that people have got, you know, waste this sort of time, you know, to sort of take time out of their day to put a pointless comment or say something nasty. Not that nobody said anything nasty to me, but pointless comments abundantly, and you know, pointless in a bad way, not in a sort of like pointless as in sort of like you don't really know what to say, but you've said it, and I take that as pointless. I don't mean that at all. I mean sort of like throwaway comments like, why did you not buy this game? Or, I don't think that's right. Or, ooh, I don't. You get the point. You get the point. And you know, all these comments are from people that, you know, they've got 0 subs. They've got all that they like on there is sort of like pointless trolly videos. So quite clearly, you know, they're pointless human beings that just like to waste time on the internet, and they think it gets to people and it doesn't really, because pointless. So that's obviously a negative. Another positive is, I think it's made me more artistic, shall we say, maybe more sort of what's the word I'm looking for, where you sort of use your brain power a little bit more. My job is very much visually stimulating. He almost fucking took my bloody car by then, idiot. It's made me like my job is very visual, and you know, I'm a security. I'm in security, so it's kind of like preventing things from happening before they happen, and if they do happen, obviously having a calm head to deal with it. I work in a massive sort of office complex, so you know, there's always something going on, but it rarely involves me being or using my innovation to sort of like, you know, make things, well, no, tell a lie, and obviously like do reports and things to improve things and sort of like make things better and improve training for the guys and things. You know, it's like I kind of like that side, but it's not very artistic. Whereas making YouTube videos, I feel, is kind of like made me a bit more yeah, artistic, I think, you know, and in a jokey way. I mean, as you may have guessed by now, I'm a joker. I don't take anything really too seriously, apart from if it is serious, and kind of we all know the difference between, you know, that person that seems like he doesn't take anything seriously because he doesn't know any difference, or that person that likes to see the, you know, the light in everything. And that's me, you know. It's like I like to sort of like laugh at things because it gets you through the day, and I don't think, you know, if you take everything to heart, you take everything seriously, then you're going to have a very sort of like you know, you're going to struggle through life, because life ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care who you are, it will kick you to your knees and keep you there if you let it. Now you, me, nobody is going to hit as hard as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now if you know, right, okay, so I've quite clearly watched Rocky more times than I care to sort of like nod to. Probably more times than I've seen Star Wars even. So that's how many times I've seen it. But yeah, you I need to get a life. You get what I mean. You know, you sort of like you see that. More negatives. Do you know what? I don't really like talking about negatives. I think more negatives. Now, this is a very sort of like self-centered way of looking at it. You know when you really put an effort into a video, like you really sort of go for it, and you think, "Fucking nailed it there, son," and it gets like 2 views, and it's kind of like whether that's like YouTube fucking around or you haven't done as good a job as you really think you have. But that's nothing that really gets to me. But it's just something that's there, you know. It's something that you look at and you think, oh, right, I thought I'd do better than that. You know what I mean? Well, obviously, like a few of you don't know what I mean, because a few of you are on fire, like Mr. Slope's Games Room and Pete's on a retro tip. You guys are just like unstoppable at the moment, so that's a positive. That's a very good positive, actually. Seeing your friends do well on YouTube, and you know, people that generally deserve credit and acknowledgement. I take good karma from that. I like that when you know, my friends do well. I'm not a I'm very I'm going to put a jump cut here. Okay, so that was a jump cut, and that was literally about 30 seconds, and I still don't know what I'm trying to say. But I like it when somebody's doing well. I take heart from that, because most of the people that do well deserve to do well because of the hard work they've put into it. And you know, they're my friends, so why would I wish ill on them, or why would I think like jealous, you know, thinking like, well, you know, I deserve that, he doesn't, or I deserve that, yet he's got that, so why, you know, why has he got that and I haven't, that type of thing. I don't think that way at all. It's a very weird way of not thinking, because I do find that an awful lot of people feel that way, not in a malice type way, just in a sort of natural human being type thing. I think a lot of people sort of like get jealousy, whether they show it in a negative light or they deep down feel it. You know, I'm just not like that at all. I've got, you know, very sort of like weird way of looking at things. I like to see both sides of every story, and I like to see, and I usually on those both sides of every story, unless I'm right, which does happen from time to time, you know, I like to see both sides of the story, and I like to emphasize more with somebody else's side of the story rather than mine, because my side of the story, I know it and I know why I thought about it, and their side of the story, I like to think about it more than I thought of mine. Okay, so Rouge One was good. That's a ramble, isn't it, eh? Just on my way to Sainsbury's now to get one last bit of shopping for our family Christmas, which is on the 17th. We call it fake Christmas because I don't live down in Bath with near my family. Basically go down every year, or they come up every year, or we meet up somewhere every year and get together. That sort of saves me for the first, when I split up with my ex-wife, for the first, I don't know, for the first sort of 12 years. I was seeing Sarah, my wife, Christmas morning till like just a couple of hours, and then driving all the way down to Bath, picking Maddie and Leon, my kids, up, and then going to see Mum, having Christmas down there, and then either sleeping down there, which, you know, even though I sort of like being down there, is you're not sleeping at home, so you don't feel relaxed and you don't feel sort of like an ease, driving home sort of late at night on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So my Christmases were sort of more to do about somebody else, more to do about my family, which is, you know, obviously it's nice to, you know, do that, and sort of like you feel that. But if there's a compromise, and you know, you can do a bit of both, which this way works really well, because you know, we all have kind of two Christmases. We have the fake Christmas, the fake Horton Christmas, and we have Christmas Day, which is naturally magical and wonderful. On that note, I will leave you there, and I will speak to you next week in the next vlog. Reversing my car like a boss.